everyone, I'm Ankita Pokharel. In today's video, we'll do reading and grammar portion for the unit describing. Let's begin the class now. Okay, so beginning with the unit describing location, let's read the reading part number 1, and we have Rani Mahal. Let's read the text. The Rani Mahal is located on the bank of Kali Gandaki River in Palpa district of Nepal. Rani Mahal means Queen's Palace. It was built by General Kharga Samser in 1893. It took about 4 years to complete his beautiful palace. This 4-story palace has a dozen of rooms, guest rooms, a kitchen, etc. The prayer room is situated at the eastern front of the palace. There are sitting rooms on the top floor, while there are bedrooms on the middle floor. The palace is surrounded by gardens and a pond. The stairs that start from the palace gate go all the way down to the Kali Gandaki River. The river also possesses religious importance. The palace is situated at a distance of 13 km north of Tansen Palpa. The palace looks attractive, sitting on a massive rock in a quiet place. Many visitors go there to see its beauty. There are some hotels and camping sites near the palace. Now, there is a road to visit the palace. It takes about half an hour to reach there from Tansen. You can also get public vehicles from Tansen, Narayansthan. Hiking lovers can also walk from Kailasnagar near Batase Dara, which is about 3 km from Tansen, leading to the Rani Mahal. It takes about 3 to 4 hours of hiking to reach the palace. So, we have just done reading about Rani Mahal. Very informative passage we have just read, and let's write the key takeaways. So, how did we know about Rani Mahal? Where is it situated? It's situated on the bank of Kali Gandaki River in Palpa district of Nepal. Palpa district, bank of Kali Gandaki River. Right? So, what's the meaning of Rani Mahal? Rani Mahal means Queen's Palace. It was built by General Kharga Samser in 1893. And how many years did it take for its completion? 4 years. It took 4 years to complete this palace. So, it's a 4-story palace and has dozens of rooms. The text also mentioned that there are bedrooms on the middle floor. There is a puja room, a prayer room situated at the eastern front of the palace. There are sitting rooms on the top floor, and it also mentions that the palace is surrounded by gardens and a pond. We can imagine that the palace should be really beautiful, right? So, we also got to know about the religious importance of Kali Gandaki River. And we also got to know that the stairs that start from the palace gate go all the way down to Kali Gandaki River, which possesses religious importance. Okay, next. In the last paragraph, we got to know that the palace is situated at a distance of 13 kilometers north of Tansen Palpa. And we got to know that there are also some hotels and camping sites near the palace. So if you want to visit the palace, there won't be any difficulties looking up for hotels or camping sites. Lastly, the text describes about us being able to get public vehicles from Tansen, Narayansthan. And if you're a hiking lover, you can also walk from Kailasnagar near Batase Dara, which is about 3 kilometers from Tansen, which leads to Rani Mahal. And if you're hiking, you should be prepared for about 3 to 4 hours, as it takes that time to reach the palace through hiking. So here are some questions that we need to write answers for here in exercise number A. What do we have for question A? Which district does the Rani Mahal lie in? Do you remember? We just read the name of the district. Yes, it's pulpa. Please make sure you write these answers in sentences. What things are there around the palace? So, we got to know that the palace is surrounded by gardens and a pond. Write accordingly the answers to question number B. What importance does the Kali Gandaki river have? What importance does it have? It has religious importance. Right? How long does it take to go to the palace from Tansen in a vehicle? So the text mentions that it takes about half an hour to reach there from Tansen. So this is what we have as answers for exercise A. Now, if we have to look into exercise B, you can clearly see we are about to read prepositions, right? On, in, at, in front of, under, on. Again, we have new preposition here, behind, between, over, at, right? So these are the things that we are about to learn for prepositions and their uses. So firstly, let's have a quick look about the preposition on. On is used when something is resting on the surface of something else. For example, the book is on the table. That means the book is resting on the surface of the table. Likewise, having a quick overview about in. In is used when something is inside a space, a container or a area. For example, the keys are in the drawer. So drawer is a space, and when we say something is inside a space, we use in. Correct? Likewise, when do we use at? At is used when we refer to a specific point or place. For example, she is at the door, right? Moving on to under. Under means something that is below or beneath another object. Now we have behind. Behind means something that is at the back of something else. Okay, so when do we use between? Between is used when something is in the middle of two things. Likewise, over means above or higher than something else. It should be often with movement. Okay. Alright, now with this information, let's try doing the exercise. I'm going to do the first few and then the remaining is going to be your assignment. My dad is working dash the kitchen. So what do we use when we have to denote a space or an area? Someone being inside a space or an area? We use in the kitchen. I am waiting for my friend dash her house. So it's in front of. We're playing hide and seek. I am hiding dash the door. So do you hide on the door, under the door, or behind the door? Behind the door. So likewise, with the informations that I have just shared with you, try doing the remaining questions on your own. So as another part of the reading, we have some information here about clouds. Let's read it out. What are clouds? Clouds are made of water drops or ice crystals floating in the sky. There are many kinds of clouds. They are an important part of the weather of the earth. How are clouds formed? The sky can be full of water, but most of the time you can't see the water. The drops of water are too small to see. They have turned into a gas called water vapor. As the water vapor goes higher in the sky, the air gets cooler. The cooler air causes the water droplets to start to stick to things like bits of dust, ice, or sea salt. What are the type of clouds? Clouds get their names in two ways. One way is by where they are found in the sky. Some clouds are high up in the sky. Low clouds form closer to Earth's surface. In fact, low clouds can even touch the ground. These clouds are called fog. Middle clouds are found between low and high clouds. Another way clouds are named is by their shape. Cirrus clouds are high clouds. They look like feathers. Cumulus clouds are middle clouds. This looks like giant cotton balls in the sky. Stratus clouds are low clouds. They cover the sky like bedsheet. Wow, we have got really good information about clouds. I never knew the names of the clouds. Did you? Okay, let's read further. What causes rain? Most of the water in the clouds is in very small droplets. The droplets are so light that they float in the air. Sometimes those droplets join with other droplets. Then they turn into larger drops. When that happens, gravity causes them to fall to earth. We call the falling water drops rain. Freezing rain, sleet, or even hail can fall from clouds. Now, let's go back to the text and try to write down the takeaways. So, we got to know that clouds are made up of tiny water droplets or ice crystals floating in the sky. The next thing we got to know is that they form when water vapor in the air cools and condenses around particles like dust or salt. We got to know about their formation. Next thing, we got to know that different types of clouds are named based on their location and also shape. We got to know according to the location they are high, middle and low, and based on the shape the names are cirrus, cumulus and stratus. We also got an information about rain occurring when water droplets in clouds grow large enough to fall to the ground. So, it means the process of rainfall from the clouds, right? So here we have an exercise where we need to match the words in column A with their meanings in column B. Let's try doing it together. Number A, crystals. What are they? They are small pieces of a substance. Okay. Vapor. Vapor is a mass of very small drops of liquid in the air. Droplets. What are droplets? They are small drops of liquid. Giant. Giant means very large. Sleet is a mixture of rain and snow. And finally, hail is small balls of ice. We like playing with hail, right? So, referring to the previous information that I had given you all about in, on and at, try doing this exercise as your assignment. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.